Clair de Lune by Claude Debussy was the first classical piece I ever fell in love with. I wanted to learn it immediately and play it exclusively. At the time, my hands were too small, my reach too narrow, my technique too shaky. I had to learn its remixes instead. Clair de Lune with Jesus Loves Me, Clair de Lune with Silent Night. But when the time came and my hands caught up, I learned the original and never forgot it. To this day, it's the only piece that remains in my muscle memory. When I sit down to play it, I let my fingers go. Let them explore familiar paths hidden in the keys and released by the strings. Strings, they come in all shapes and sizes, resonate in all sorts of ways, reverberate in and out of tune. My first encounter with strings occurred at age 2 when my mom taught me to play the violin. 3 years later, my grandmother expanded my 4-string reach to the piano's 230. It soon became my primary mode of expression, my obsession in high school, my major in college. Later, my dad informally modeled 3 chords on the guitar, igniting in me a desire to explore the limits of the 6 strings. Strings. I'm completely attached to strings. I didn't recognize this insight, this lifelong connection to strings, until I let myself remember. I saw a little girl with stringy brown hair, laughing into a mirror, tied to her parents and siblings. I watched her grow up to play in small string ensembles, wedding gigs, orchestra performances, university club events, friends' apartments, independent bands, talent shows, and solo recitals. In these memories, the personal, the intimate, the felt, pointed to deeper and deeper meanings, things I'd forgotten. I soon realized that while strings were an ever-present, extremely important part of my life, they never pointed to a professional realm. I never wanted to make music my career. I was happy staying the amateur, keeping my strings grounded in the ordinary, the collaborative, the sounds of tuning, that usually annoying but always bending adaptive sound, the anti-mastery. When played in this way, for fun and not for prowess, strings evoked a sense of attachment. Attachment not just to myself and my memories, but to others, the other players, the other strings. In Internet Invention, Gregory Ulmer talks about the others, emerging into recognition of their own attachments to strings, perhaps hesitant at first to take steps into the quote-unquote real world, the codified, scientific, literate world of structure, objectivity, and mastery. Ulmer explains that our technology-saturated world, the world of the internet, the electrate world, is changing the way we process and create meaning. Because the digital incorporates not just text, but also sounds and images, we physically perceive the strings attached to our bodies and, as a result, feel compelled to act. We begin to assemble the strings, hear them collide with each other, tie and untie, never denying the ones that are, have been, and always will be attached.